We know a lot of you will be leaf peeping over the next few weeks. Can't think of a better time and, to get out.
Yep.
Exactly, just to go enjoy the beautiful parts of Colorado. So we brought in Jeanette Burkle from the University of Denver to talk about leaf photography, how people can get those pro quality photos for their smartphone, for the gram, for TikTok, all the things. So clue us in, Jeanette. Give us some your pro tips on how to get those perfect shots.
So I would say my first big pro tip would be, whether you have an iPhone or an Android, try to learn how to set the focus and set the exposure, because that will make a difference in all of your photos. A lot of times we come upon a scene that maybe needs a little dark, needs to be a little darker, needs to be a little lighter. We want to make sure that we get that exposure set right before we actually tap that shutter button, because you want to give yourself the best possible file that you can in order to take it further, whether you want to print it or edit it, do whatever you want.
I'm so glad she said that. No, go
Well,
ahead.
yeah, no, I was just gonna say, I got the focus part. I point and shoot, but how do you even, exposure? How do you do that?
So where you tap the focus, do you have an iPhone?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll have a little yellow box.
Yep, I know the box.
Okay, so you tap that focus, you see that box, you move your finger outside of the box, and just on the screen, because it's touch sensitive, just move your finger up and down, and you'll notice how all of a sudden you'll make it darker or you'll make it lighter. And that is actually, in the classes that I teach, that is the aha moment for most people.
I had no idea.
I'm gonna go try that
No
later
idea.
today.
Today, years old. Really quickly though, because you had mentioned, you want that high res photo. So what I usually do, which is, I'm an amateur, after the fact, then I tinker with it, like in my settings, like the contrast and all that. Does that lower the res? Is that not a good idea?
So the only thing that really lowers the res is if you crop it. Drastically crop it. So what you want to do is kind of
Beautiful photos.
whatever scene you're looking at and you want to photograph, you want to make sure that everything you want is within those four corners. It's okay to crop a little bit out, but the more you crop it, the more resolution you lose. And to your point about going in and making the adjustments after, I try to teach that you want to get the best possible photo you can get before you tap that shutter, and then you will have a really nice clean file to work with so that you can make some adjustments.
And these photos we're looking at, you took with an iPhone.
I did. Wow. All of them were taken with an iPhone, and they were also edited on the iPhone. So I try to make sure that, because I teach this, I want my students to also see that this is possible. You can take it one step further on the iPhone and use it use it to edit your photos.
That little finger swipe thing is a game changer.
Yeah.
Students at DU are so lucky.
I was just gonna say, can I take your class? And what time do you teach? I might have to come sit in. Jeanette Burkle, thank you so much from the
Thank you.
University of Denver.